salary cap news for this season, and Frank Seravalli sending out a tweet with a very important distinction that other guys weren't making here, and it's this. The NHLPA memo to teams isn't merely a projection of cap increases, but an agreement between the two parties. So there could be slight fluctuation, but this is the league and the PA coming together on something important when you consider that there's a labor negotiation not that far around the corner here. But next season, the salary cap will be $95.5 million. That is a $7.5 million increase. It will then jump up $8.5 million the next year to go to 104, and then $113.5 million 2 seasons from now in 27-28, or 3 seasons from now. I should say a $9.5 million increase on that point. From now, between now and the 2027 season, the NHL salary cap will jump up 13 plus 10 plus another 2. That's $25 million, $25.5 million. Holy shit.
Holy guacamole.
Knowing NHL GMs, they are going to spend this money wisely and not all at once.
100%. I could totally see just guys having to wait in free agency weeks at a time. The list surely won't be done by the end of June 30th.
They'll look back at that summer when, who was it? Clarkson and Lucic and Okposo and Neal all signed those deals, and they'll be like, you know what? We can't repeat those mistakes. Oh, Louis Eriksson as well. David Backes. That summer was hilarious.
What a year.
But this is significant for a team like the Oilers. Now, Frank did have another interesting tweet in there, and it said, real concern for some Canadian teams moving forward. A $113.5 million USD salary cap in 2027 equates to $163.2 million spending in Canadian dollars based on today's rate. If you thought Oilers concession prices were getting cheaper, I got news for you. But Frank says, how will those teams find a way to significantly generate new revenue to match the increase? If I'm being honest, I think this is a concern for 2 teams. It's Ottawa and it's Winnipeg.
The other ones are all pretty wealthy.
And Edmonton is a very rich team with a very, very rich owner who will not blink at having to spend $163 million Canadian every year.
No, he will not. He will not care. You know why? Because he's going to pay the best player in the world to go win him Stanley Cups.
That too. So I tweeted out the math on the Leon Draisaitl extension, and man, is this ever beautiful now.
Yeah.
So when Leon Draisaitl signed his last deal, I'll actually have to pull up those numbers again, but the simple number I threw out is in year 2 of Leon Draisaitl's extension, because again, it kicks in next year. It'll be year 1. So this is actually year 3, I should say. He'll be taking up 12.33% of the Oilers cap. This year, he's taking up 9.65. You got to extend Leon Draisaitl for basically the rest of his career, and you only needed a 2.7% increase on your percentage of the cap. And that's when we're on year 3. Never mind year 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Who knows how much higher this can go? The Oilers are in... I should say the Oilers and the players as well on the Oilers are both in a really good spot of I don't think the money that they probably deserve is truly out there yet. So I doubt it would get that high. But the Oilers are going to be able to add some great players here over the next 3 years that will already be added to what is already a great team.
I also wanted to quickly do this math. I know you all love your Remchuk math here. So when Leon Draisaitl signed his last deal, his $8.5 million extension coming out of that 2017 playoff run, $8.5 million, and that would be 2000. The cap that year was $75 million. So that means when Leon Draisaitl signed his last contract, he was taking up 11.33% of the Oilers cap the first year of it. And now, in his new extension, he's a bona fide superstar who is about to put a second Hart trophy in his cabinet, knock on wood, I believe he is. He will basically be making, it's a 1% difference. That's crazy, man. That's crazy for the Oilers.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to sum it all up with the percentages.
And now, we get to tie this into Evan Bouchard. Can I walk you through an exercise here, okay?
Can I say it?
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Hilarious. I think most, again, there is a side of the Bouchard debate that is out here. There's a side that's way out here, right?
Yeah.
I think most sane people will go 8x8 is very stomachable. Probably a great deal, but it's very stomachable. I think even a lot of people who are more on the Bouchard detractor side would be like, I'd do 8x8. This year, $8 million is 9% of the cap. In to 2027, 2 years from now, when the cap goes up, 9% of that would be $10.25 million.
10.25.
Yeah. So again, this cap increase is going to have to force us to change the way we view player values. Like a $5 million player, Joel Farabee, in a few years, $5 million is less than 5% of the cap. That's going to be third line money in a few years in the league.
I think a really good way to describe it to people is Sean Horkoff was the highest paid Oiler. He made $5.5 million in 2010.
6 or 5.
And now Zach Hyman makes $5.5 million, and he just scored 50 goals and is the Oilers' third best forward.
And is one of the best contracts in the NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.